So here I am at Aspire Park, which is basically about 300 meters to the south of the Torch Tower Hotel. And like a lot of open areas around Doha during this World Cup, they've installed a giant screen for people to watch the games. Aspire Park is, what are we, about 9-10 miles from the centre of Doha. Short taxi ride, or about 5-6 metro stops. It takes you about 12 to 15 minutes. And this is Doha's largest park. 88 hectares of it, or 220 odd acres if you like. Usual stuff that you find in any park anywhere. Small kids play areas, popular with children and mothers. And the rest of it is just expanse, green, grass, trees. There are fountains. I mentioned that there are various sports facilities, sports medicine, sports rehab facilities within the wider Sports City Aspire complex. So I've done a separate video on the Khalifa International Stadium, and it sits within the wider area. So at the moment it's all been obviously fenced off to try and contain people watching the games, congregating. I'll go around to the park proper. So I said 88 hectares of it. There are fountains, lakes, art installations, soft, hard play areas. But it's generally a place where people come to relax, especially at a time like this in the afternoon, around about 4 o'clock, and just see through these two buildings. You can see the Khalifa Stadium there. There's a 5-minute walk, about 500 meters. This park is very, very popular for children and families, and very, very busy. So it's their winter season now, October to about March, April. And this place, you could be sat in this park, and you can be in anywhere in the world really. You can see by the number of cars that are there. It's very, very, the sun is about to set. There are lots of people. On the other side, as I said, you've got the fan zone, so the football fans can be contained on that side of the road, and on this side you've got the park proper, where people are having picnics, sitting, chatting. And when I go into the park itself properly, you'll see that it's a vast area, lush, green, tree lined. And to think that 12-15 years ago we would have been in the middle of the desert, literally just sand and nothing else. But here it is transformed into an oasis. Green lungs of Doha. Here we are at the entrance of the park, and there is a security guy, and believe it or not, there is actually security here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Just to emphasize the point I've made repeatedly in lots of videos, I don't personally think there is a need for security at this park or in any part of Doha actually, because for all the negative stuff that you've heard throughout what's approaching nearly a month of the World Cup, nobody has been able to find a story about pickpockets, vandals, hooligans, or any other heinous crimes, because there hasn't been any. No matter how hard you try, you just can't make up stuff. So you can see the park stretches right there around. I'm not going to go around the 220 acres of it. I'm just going to give you a flavour of what lies in the heart of Doha city centre, short distance from the city centre. And if you come here, bring your family out here, bring your children, spend a day here. I said it goes on for miles over there in the distance where the sun is setting. There are lots of activities for kids to do. Go on scooters, water sports, rides. There are permanent play areas, and then there are the temporary fairs that come at various times in the year, much like I was back home in the UK travelling fairs. There you are, the big lake area, and again Qatar 2022 in Arabic. If you're interested to know. And there we are again. We're in the shadows of the torch Doha. It sits proud over there, and it's prominent and visible from every part of this park. You can definitely bring your family, your children, leave them here to run around, get involved in all sorts of activities. You can get a day pass, or you can get individual passes for various rides and activities, and it's all secure. You've got security at every key entry point and exit point. Well, I would never have any issues with my kids roaming around in this park. I have no worries about unsavouries getting in their way, or drugs, needles, cigarette butts, rubbish. Again, common theme throughout Doha that you've seen in all the videos. Thousands of people, but they all take their litter with them, they all take their rubbish with them, or use the bins. They've been taught to respect the environment, respect others, and not spoil it by leaving their rubbish. It used to be like this in the UK once upon a time, but I just find increasingly that people complete disregard for other people and property and spaces, and it's a sad decay, a sad reflection of how society is at the moment. Maybe subject for another video another time. But there you go, a coffee shop, nice coffee shop. We've been in there several times when we've visited here. There's a hill at the back. Again, look at that scene at the back of the cafe, and you tell me where this is, because it could be anywhere in the world, couldn't it? Lush green trees, children playing, very relaxed. There's a calm atmosphere here, which I particularly like. As I said, the sun is setting about 4:30. There's a bridge that takes you over the waters into other restaurants and cafes. There are some tents in the background, obviously related to the football, but yeah, just lots of facilities open throughout the year, and people are making the most of it. Here in the afternoon, sun setting, there's a very nice gentle breeze. It goes as far as those buildings you can see over there, and toilets. I love the toilets in this park. I'm not going to go there with the camera obviously to record anything, but they have to be some of the best toilets you've seen anywhere in any 5-star hotel in any part of the world. They are immaculate. They're kept. Literally, you come out of the cubicle and somebody goes in and just mops up and cleans up and sprays and washes up behind you. And it happens again, not just for the football, just to emphasize the point, it happens every day. And here you are, another shot of the torch. I just wanted to give you a feel, because a lot has been made about what is there to do. You know, is it family friendly? What will we do when we get to Doha? Is there anything to do, anything to see? I haven't got all the time. I'm only here for another week. If I had more time, I could literally make 100 videos just from stuff with the top of my head and the information that I have literally in my head, and do 100 videos of the things and the places, things to do and the places to visit while you are in Qatar. So the only thing I can encourage is, I haven't got that luxury or that time, so why don't you come out and why don't you have a look for yourself? And I promise you won't be disappointed, because there is plenty to do and plenty to see. There we are, Kidzania it's called. That's what I was thinking about earlier, Kidzania. So kids can go in there, indoor play stuff, activities, they can make stuff, science and experiments and all sorts of fun and games. There's go-karting track there as well. There's tennis courts, badminton courts, basketball courts just within this side of the complex. So we've got more obviously at the stadium side. Go-karting is always good. I enjoy go-karting. I have done go-karting here before. But it's like any summer's day in the UK or in Europe. People are just sitting around having a chat, having something to eat, letting the kids exercise and lead a healthy, happy life. So I hope you enjoyed this short video of Aspire Park Doha. Make sure when you visit you make a day of it here and enjoy the facilities. And I bow out with a picture of the Doha Torch Hotel poking out from the top of the trees.